Hey, coming up right now, a dad makes a bold move when it comes to his daughter's safety on a New York City campus.
Also coming up, the latest idiot TikTok trend sends one woman to the hospital, and she says it was totally worth it.
We'll see. All right, a little bit later on. A Kardashian is getting called out for her latest Instagram post while her kids are actually all caught up in the middle of all this.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
Mitch English here. So glad to have you here. We are ready to rock and roll. And he's not skinny, he's not fat, he's our little buddy. Hey, it's Matt.
Hello.
Little buddy.
You know how they say dreams are supposed to mean something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had one where I got slapped by Rosie O'Donnell last night.
Oh,
What do I do with that?
You need to lay off the pork. That's what that means. I don't know. You know, they say the dreams have nothing to do, like, you would think, oh, I need to treat women better because respect. It has nothing to do with it. It could be like, oh, because you killed a snake when you were 12.
You're low in fiber.
I hadn't seen anything with Rosie O'Donnell. I haven't thought of Rosie O'Donnell in a while. And just randomly I had a dream where she slapped me.
Wow.
Interesting. Do you know that most people, when you sleep bad, you remember your dreams more vividly?
Oh,
and also, if you have a nightmare, that's why when you wake up from nightmares, you always remember it as well. It's generally because you're not sleeping well.
Sleep.
And you also know you'll go into work and look at James staring at you the entire time with a camera, knowing that whatever you say we might
Actually, I got you all on camera, so you owe me some money after this.
All right. Very
James,
good.
do you remember your dreams?
Yeah, always.
Oh, we didn't. We try to shatter them as much as possible.
He's had many a dream.
Yeah, I've had many a dreams. And three kids.
He has worked with us for 20 years.
20 years.
So
We've known you, James.
we all know our dreams have been shattered.
We wound up here, so we know our dreams are shattered. All right.
So there's a couple in Massachusetts. They are suing their local student education system because their son has been accused of cheating on his final exams with AI. Now, they argue the son used AI for research to write a final paper. The school district says, no, you copied everything from AI for your final paper. We're talking about a straight A student who aced the ACT, who's looking at going to MIT and Stanford, and the school district decided, nope, we are punishing you because you used AI.
Example, I bet you.
Yeah,
it's more,
possibly.
Yeah,
but the parents' argument is interesting because they're saying there are no rules in place
there you go.
that suggest my kid can't use AI for research or use it to write a paper.
I love what some teachers are doing. So a lot of times, your homework is on your computer now,
Yeah.
right? So what they'll do is they'll have a question, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be in black ink, but they'll make a really small a font and clear on white because it's white on white and you can't see it, right? So then they copy everything. And then they go and tape it on the AI, and they know that little formula that they put in there was an AI response because it picked up those code words that they had put in to them. Now that I've told every kid to not cut and paste, just all you got to do
Put
is
in Word, then do the whole thing in black,
There you
find
go.
the code, get it out, put it back. You got to be smart about this stuff.
Yeah,
You
I
just
think
help
now
them
it's going to get to where, but
True.
they were doing it. But
isn't
I can
that-
understand that. Back to your point.
Isn't that the same kind of thing as, I can't remember what the name of it is, but you take the print in white and you put it on your resume, and you're like resume bombing somehow. But
They started flagging that.
Yeah, you're including all all of the catchphrases
100%.
and the buzzwords to get noticed, but they're all in white, so you can't see them on the resume.
That's exactly what it is. It's white on white crime is what it's called.
Exactly.
But back to that, there is. I think your question was that there are no rules. It was just like the internet.
Yes.
And we were expressing this before. Is like right now is when they need to make the laws,
the AI laws,
and make them as ridiculous as you want, because
Yeah.
AI is going to change them back anyway. Right?
Once they all take control.
They take control.
Once them robots
There you
take
go.
control.
Well, if you are a college kid in New York City, at least there, the kiddies there, they don't need beer money. They actually need bodyguards.
Yeah, right.
A very protective father concerned about crime in the Big Apple has actually hired a security consultant to keep a watchful eye on his 19-year-old daughter. Now, she's a freshman at New York University, where crime has actually surged on and around campus for the last 3 years. The dad hired an experienced female private detective to keep an eye on his daughter, 25 hours a week. Wow. The job post actually required Kennedy to be familiar with emergency responses and required someone to escort his daughter and educate her on the dangers of the city. And during the last couple of years, crime has actually skyrocketed all across the city, as well as other several different New York campuses. I think the helicopter parent, it's hard to let him go.
Yeah.
I can understand that, but maybe if there's that much crime, maybe that's something you have to take in consideration when sending your kid off to college.
It boggles my mind that parents are paying this much money to send their kids to college in New York, at Columbia, at NYU, any of these, expensive universities, and they still have to worry about their kids' safety on campus.
That is sad. Yeah.
And then there seems to be this ignorance altogether of like, well, it's only happening on some occasions. It's only happening in a few places.
Right.
The fact that it's happening at all should be an outrage. And yet now we've got parents that are not only paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a semester, but now they've got to hire a bodyguard at $25,000 a year to keep their kids safe.
And, and college is one of those things where everything is new and you put your guard down. You're obviously a little intimidated.
Away from home for the first time, right?
And you're following what you did at home. So I can understand that. Might be a little too much for a bodyguard.
He could have just given a guy down the street named Fat Tony $50 and been like, hey, watch her. All right, I got her. And, leave her
Get the
alone.
penguin to watch her.
Yeah, get the penguin to watch her.
Right.
Drive her around.
Yeah, we know how that worked out for Sophia.
That's true.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm only halfway through.
Well, don't worry. I'm not giving anything away. You don't already know. If you type up the words "trust him" trend on TikTok, videos will pop up of women putting their safety at risk to prove trust in their male partners. So what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Well, here you go. 25-year-old Emily Webb decided to try it when she was hit by her boyfriend's oncoming car. She ended up screaming in pain with a fractured ankle. Here's how this latest idiot TikTok trend works. A woman stands in the middle of the road while her boyfriend drives at her at full speed. The goal is for their man to brake before he hits her. So
great.
Webb decided to try it and shared video of her standing in the middle of the road. When the car failed to brake, her legs got trapped underneath the car.
There it is.
She says she doesn't regret it, calling the video good content.
I don't know if it's good content at all. And why you want to do this, listen, after 12, 13, 15, 20 years of marriage, I still wouldn't let my partner do something as ignorant as that sort of thing. But
It's perfect for divorce.
it's a great, well, yeah, look what he's, take this
Trust
to the,
me.
My wife breaks too close in regular traffic. I'm not letting her do that with me. No way. No way.
I do like the fact that she's wearing hot pants and go-go boots,
Right.
from what I can tell,
Yeah.
while she's attempting to do this. Because, it's all about looking good while your boyfriend comes at you with a
And break-
car.
break-
It's all about the
Right.
clicks.
Yeah, it is all about the clicks.
right.
Oh, goodness.
Kourtney Kardashian facing backlash over her latest Halloween posts on social media. Fans actually flooded her Instagram page with comments about photos featuring her Halloween decor. Kourtney included a snapshot of two inflatable skeletons set up in a very sensual position. Hello, October, Kardashian captioned with those images. Some of her followers actually called out the display while mentioning Kardashian. Hey, you got 4 kids that are going to see that every single day. It seems
It's a fair assessment.
They can see their aunt doing worse.
100%. Well, yeah, and if they haven't seen it, but
There is
that doesn't
tape,
justify
right?
it.
There is that tape that seems to be,
That's true.
Yeah.
That made him famous in the first place. I more and more here in Florida, we had to deal with the hurricanes.
Yeah.
So all the Halloween decorations went up and went down, and then they were all changed. And I think if you want to make it scary, just leave them all up and see what happens afterwards.
I'll never
But-
forget in my neighborhood during Christmas time, somebody had taken the mechanical deer and put them in a compromising position. And for
I
an
can
adult, it was
imagine-
very funny.
I can imagine what it's doing right
Yeah.
now.
Most of the
Right.
kids.
And the kids, the kids are probably
They
the ones
probably
that
thought
did
it
it.
was hilarious. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what's happening in my neighborhood, but the skeletons are actually, I think they're literally getting it on because there's one guy, now every year he has more and more skeletons. It's like rabbits or something, man, in his house. And he's got the one giant one. Now it's got dogs. And the amount of money people spend on Halloween decorations is crazy. But I think it's because it's a new season and it's almost, what do they call? I think you told me the term. Christmas and Halloween are at the same time. There's a name for it, like or
Christoween or
something like that.
Christmas.
You go to any of the hardware stores, they already
And
have
you
them
know
out.
Spirit is doing a new thing where Spirit Halloween is going to turn into Spirit
Yes.
Christmas.
They
They're
are,
just
yep.
taking the same
Really?
stores, they're rebranding it, they're trying it out this year, and they're just going to put Christmas
that's
stuff in.
smart.
People are spending the same amount of money on
That
both
is
things.
true.
And the store owner's going to love it because they're like, well, I got a
Yeah.
tenant for 2 months or 3 months now.
Yeah, so and most of the time when you set at a lease, it's like a 6-month lease. They make most of their money in just 2 months or whatever. So now they have the remainder of it. And there's a place out in Oklahoma that they would be around year round. And then it would be 4th of July fireworks, January 1st fireworks. And then that time when nothing happens, they'd sell baby gender reveal stuff. Like, so you could, like blue or pink, whatever, that kind of stuff.
The stuff that you can blow up and catch your entire neighborhood on fire.
100%.
Great, yes.
All right, we're going to be talking about cashing in on boomers' wealth coming up in our Financially Speaking. All that's right around the corner.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson. If your right hand is itching, you know what that means.
Man, come on, Six, with your waiting for you all night. Baby needs shoes. My wife needs clothes. And you need some teeth.
So who else is looking to get some new shoes? Millennials, that's who. Here to talk about it is Ann Logue. She is the contributor for Business Insider. Ann, welcome back to Daily Flash.
Thank you so much for having me again.
So
happy to be here.
All jokes aside here, Ann, how are millennials really cashing in on boomers?
Well, one of the more interesting things right now is that they are buying small businesses, that there are a lot of businesses that were founded by baby boomers, and they have to be sold if the baby boomer wants to retire. So it's kind of the reverse of a lot of the great wealth transfer that people talk about. It's the millennials using their wealth to buy businesses so that boomers can retire.
It's an interesting trend. So as baby boomers prepare for retirement and sell off their small businesses, what does this really mean for millennials and Gen Zers?
Well, buying an existing small business can be a much better financial proposition than a startup. Because first of all, if you've done your due diligence, you're buying a business that's generating cash, that has customer relationships in place, that has relationships with accountants and marketers and retailers, that's already operational and already paying money, right? Generating some profits.
Sure.
And so it can be a good way to bring new ideas to something that already has an established footprint in the market.
And I guess when I think about this, I think there could be an inherent risk when you're taking over an established business. What challenges might millennials and Gen Z face when acquiring a small established business?
There's a lot of risks. One of which, of course, is the relationships that the original owner built with employees and customers. And so you have to be able to come in and honor the relationships that are there and not come in and change everything dramatically. Another risk is that sometimes the founder seller still wants to stay involved, and that can make it very difficult to make changes, and it can also be confusing to the existing employees and customers. And then it's the general risks of any business, right? You're taking a risk in the hope of making a profit. Things happen all the time, and you have to be able to adapt to that because there's a lot less structure, there's a lot less formality than if you're working for a large company. You know, if you're managing an operation for a large employer, you have a lot of processes in place if something goes wrong. If you're owning a small business, you may be managing the same number of people and the same number of relationships, but it's all on you if something happens.
You mentioned the wealth transfer. How significant is the $10 trillion wealth transfer expected from boomers?
Yeah, and I've written about this before for Insider. It's really complicated because for a lot of retirees, that wealth ends up getting taken up by long-term care. And so if you're counting on that wealth as a millennial, you could be very disappointed. It's a better option to try to build your own wealth so that you are in a solid financial position, regardless of what happens with your parents, your grandparents, your great aunts, your great uncles.
Well, terrific insight, and we always appreciate that. It is a varied topic with a lot of insight for sure when you take in all the factors from healthcare to new businesses and small businesses. For more information on how millennials are cashing in on boomers, all you need to do is head over to businessinsider.com. GotMilk.com. Mitch, we'll send it over to you.
Thank you, Jackson. That's pretty interesting about that. Wow. All right, dating burnout is real, and some singles are actually increasingly seeking out in-person events to meet potential love interests. Cordell Beckham and Got Milk have kicked off cuffing season with a speed dating event. Check this out.
It's cuffing season, the term for when single people begin to look for short-term relationships. You know, someone to snuggle up with through the fall and winter months that last through Valentine's Day. With singles getting sick and tired of the online dating scene, the California Milk Processor Board, or CMPB, creators of the iconic Got Milk brand, has a cute campaign going to kick off the season, encouraging genuine, real-life, in-person connections. It's called Real Matches Are Back, and they've invited singles to reconnect for a speed dating breakfast at classic American diner Mel's Drive-In in LA. Appropriately hosted by Love Island's Cordell Beckham.
So look, today's event is going to be curious. Milkshakes and morning jammies, huh?
And a few others who are no strangers to the dating scene. Actresses Julianne Hough and Fiona Palomo, Love Island's Miguel Harichi, and Nick Viall from The Bachelorette. This event was the first in a series of brand activations they're planning at different spots throughout California this fall.
With the launch of Real Matches Are Back, the folks at Got Milk are creating a space where people can disconnect from technology and connect with each other on a deeper level. And it's a vibe, you know? We have singles coming out sporting their cozy PJs, but I think it's great. You know, there's nothing more simple and authentic than sharing a conversation over breakfast and a glass of milk.
Got Milk and Mel's Drive-In have collaborated on an exclusive menu and co-merch drop. And through the end of October, Mel's Drive-In West Hollywood and San Francisco Lombard Street locations are giving away free milkshakes to couples dining in claiming the offer while sporting their coziest and comfiest PJ styles on their dates. To learn more, go to GotMilk.com or follow Got Milk on Instagram, TikTok, or X.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I am Matt Doolittle, and welcome to your edition of Furry Friends. You know, those fuzzy things that annoy us at our house? No, not your Uncle Teddy, but the things you actually like. Now, all of us here at Daily Flash are pet lovers, but a recent study by the Mars Corporation, you know, the candy people, the company that also makes the snacks that our pets love, like Pedigree and Whiskers, well, they just came out with a study to better understand where the world stands in terms of pet ownership. Well, the study over 20,000 pet parents and dog and pet owners, so it's you weird iguana owners, across 20 countries, found that more than half of people are pet parents, with 47% of these as first-time pet owners. More than 1/3 of these pet parents consider their furry friends the most important thing in their lives. Yes, over their kids, their car, their job, everything. Their pets are more important than the kids. And if you saw Chimp Crazy, you understand. Cat ownership is more common than dog ownership globally, and this has changed over the years because of our lifestyles. Now, this was interesting. More men are cat owners than dog owners at this point, and the percentage of pet parents is even higher amongst Generation Z than millennials. The most common dog breeds are, of course, Labradors and Chihuahuas, which I don't get, then golden retrievers. Now, when asked about the most common breed of cats owners globally, most of them said, I don't know, that gray thing, I don't know, it's white, I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Of course, it's Persian. So that's an interesting study, and I think it has a lot to do with the way our lifestyles have changed. Most of us travel a lot more, and we're getting out there. So I think that is why more people are owning cats these days than dogs. Well, our next furry friend story is one that might have this doggo might have a little bit of a problem. Meet Stella, the pup with a taste for luxury. Literally, her owners rushed her to a Canadian animal clinic when she wasn't feeling quite herself. Well, after a quick x-ray, the vet team made a shocking discovery. Stella had devoured not one, not two, but 8 pairs of Lululemon underwear. Stella went into surgery to have the pricey panties removed, and we're happy to report that surgery was a total success. She's now recovering and hopefully steering clear of any future fashion mishaps. I think it's more on the owners though. I only own about 8 pairs as it is, so when one goes missing, I look at my partner and go, where's my, yeah, I don't know. I guess the dog must have ate it. Plus, when I do that, now they think I have a problem. I don't know. Anyway, that's your furry friends for the week. Now, on to some flash travel with Mr. Michadias Englishberg.
All right, thank you, Matt. It is time for some air, land, and sea. It's time for flash travel. You know, haunted houses may sometimes feel a bit cheesy with actors posing as ghouls and mad scientists, but some places actually have truly earned their ghostly reputations. Ghost hunters worldwide are on the lookout for those spectral figures, disembodied voices, or a sudden chill down a dark hallway. Well, with haunted spots opening up for the public tours and overnight stays, there's likely a paranormal spot near you, just waiting to give you the creep. So, if you're ready to have some fun, ghostly fun, here's 5 truly haunted houses for you to get your scare on. Our first stop, welcome aboard the RMS Queen Mary. The once glamorous ocean liner launched in 1936 and now serves as a hotel and tourist attraction in Long Beach, California. But it's not just the living checking in. The ship is packed with ghostly guests. There's an elegant lady in white, often seen dancing solo in the lobby bar, and William Eric Stark, an officer who tragically died from poisoning, still wandering the promenade deck. And don't forget about Leonard Horsborough. He's the cook that now haunts the kitchen. Yeah. During the recent stay, guests reported actually eerie knocking at all hours, only to find out there's no one there, and it seems like the Queen Mary's spirits are still very much at sea. We go now to the infamous Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts, where a double-axe murder in 1892 actually shocked the nation. Businessman Andrew Borden and his wife, Abigail, met a grisly end, and all eyes turned to Andrew's daughter, Lizzie. Though she was acquitted in a sensational trial, the mystery remains, along with lingering spirits. A bed and breakfast now, the Erie home offers ghost tours and overnight stays for the brave souls hoping to meet its infamous residents. All right, don't expect a peaceful night's sleep, though, or you never know who or what might drop by. Castle Loma in Toronto, Ontario is a Gothic revival castle with more than just architectural charm. It's crawling with ghosts, from the Lady in White, a former maid, to the lingering spirits of original owners Sir Henry Pallett and Lady Mary. Strange sightings and spooky sounds are common here. You could tour the property by day, and if you're feeling brave, come in October for the Legends of Horror event and explore the castle's creepy tunnels. Don't worry, you'll hear the ghosts before you actually see them. Ready to see some hauntings? Well, since 1874, the red, white, and black lighthouse in St. Augustine, Florida has been guiding ships and apparently ghosts through the St. Augustine. Shadow figure has been seen, known to clang buckets and peering down on the rails, while ghosts of a former keeper actually announces himself with the smell of cherry tobacco. Wow, you can climb all the way up to the top during the day for stunning views, or if you're feeling bold, just join a ghost tour, and anything you could expect to be scary by all means. Finally, it's a place where it's all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. We're talking about the iconic hotel that not only inspired Stephen King's The Shining, but also comes with its own spooky history. Guests and staff alike have spotted ghosts, including the helpful maid in room 217, who's known to pack your bags whether you're ready to check out or not. Know of a crazy, scary spot? Don't worry. Why don't you share it with us? Head to our website, dailyflashshow.com, or better yet, go to flashtravel.tv.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
And so the proctologist said that wasn't celery.
Really?
Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I don't know what that means.
This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment. That's disturbing because I just read a headline on the Daily Mail that talked about a man who has 3 extended male parts.
Oh, my.
3?
3.
That's wow.
3.
Right,
What do you do with that?
What do you do with the other 2?
I don't know what you do.
No. Here's the question. What website are you going to?
Daily Mail. I swear. I'll show
Daily
you.
and mail is spelled M-A-L-E. Not
Ooh. All your news and trends on mail parts.
HR. Woo! That firewall's not working out, James. What's going on?
Work research. It's work research.
Work research.
Yes. I swear.
All right. Okay,
Now,
so
where
Maddie,
were we?
you and I, we missed out. If we luckily here in the United States, it's a little bit different story. But over in wow. No, he's a man, and he discovered he had that's hilarious. It's like, oh my God, what is that?
How did you just figure that out?
That's what
That is Total Recall.
yeah, Total Recall, but for the men, right? All right. In Denmark and Sweden, they just passed a new law. They followed Norway, where it is now illegal for cousins to marry.
Oh, darn it.
Thank God.
So, Matt, you missed out on. You're lucky. You're
I'm
okay.
good. If you know my cousin, I'm good.
It's still illegal in Alabama.
Well, it's funny you say that because in Tennessee, they're now making that.
That's
They're
right.
going over all of that stuff, that sort of thing. And here in the United States, they always say, what did you always hear about, like why cousins can't marry?
Because it's not good for reproduction.
Genetics,
End
right?
up with 3 male parts.
Because they wind up in 3 male parts. Exactly. Very good.
Nice way to bring it all together.
This is what they said, and I don't know how they're. But apparently, because there's a lot of arranged marriages over there still.
Oh, okay, sure,
But they said it's linked to violent tribalism, ill-suited for the modern world. So apparently, if cousins, so they're trying to prevent cousin. You would marry into another family so that you would. You remember how kings and queens would marry and that sort of.
Hatfields and McCoys?
Somewhat like that.
So they're suggesting that if you marry a cousin, you're likely marrying into violent
because you're setting up arranged marriages, and because it's like, we need to be in good with the McCoys or Hatfields or whatever. So you're going to do that, and it causes, I guess. But here in the United States, we're like, we just don't want babies with 3 members on them.
Extra parts.
So
And
think about that.
long foreheads.
3 bits and a snaggletooth.
Protruding their names too.
things. College kids in New York City don't just need beer money, they actually need bodyguards. A protective father concerned about crime in the Big Apple has hired a security consultant to keep a watchful eye on his 19-year-old daughter. She's a freshman at New York University, NYU, where crime has surged all around campus during the last 3 years. The father hired an experienced female private detective to keep an eye on his daughter 25 hours a week. The job post required a candidate to be familiar with emergency responses and required someone to escort his daughter and educate her on the dangers of the city. During the last couple of years, crime has skyrocketed all across New York and at several different New York campuses.
Yeah, and I say, educate her, which is, this father is, I'm sure, has great intent and that sort of thing, but you have to let go a little bit and maybe educate her before she went to college would also help out a lot as well. But it's a shame that in this, the world that we live in now, is that we have to worry about things that are outside of actually learning things in order just to be safe and to be able so that they can have a class.
I think there was a time where you thought, you send your kid to college and it's kind of this nice, safe bubble and they can kind of try new things and experiment and meet new people. And it was kind of a protected area. But now it doesn't seem like that's the case. And on top of it, people are spending thousands of dollars, and they can't even guarantee their safety.
So think about that, and you can understand. I think there needs to be a bigger push. I'm going to be honest with you about this. Is that AI is going to be so prevalent? What I think we're going to start to see more of trades be coming out because a computer's not going to be able to hook your plumber, your under your sink and that sort of thing. Speaking of which,
there's no plumber's crack.
There's not going to be a plumber's crack.
Mug builds character.
We got some Life Love Shopping with Andrea coming up right around the corner, right here on Daily.
Hey, as we start the new year, we're looking for ways to look and feel our best from the inside out and make some positive changes to our routines. Up next is lifestyle editor Joanne Butler with the scoop on the best ways to do it. Good morning, Joanne.
Hi, thanks for having me. Well, starting a health journey in the new year can feel daunting, but it doesn't have to. It's all about finding ways to make it easy, enjoyable, and help you stay the course to keep the momentum going. I'm a big fan of protein shakes, so just an easy, delicious way to add satisfying protein to my daily routine, whether it's part of breakfast or lunch or drinking one for a post-workout boost, even good in coffee or tea or adding it to my pancakes for added protein. Premier Protein here is my fave because they're super delicious, 12 different flavors to choose from, plus they're filled with good, easy to understand nutrition. 30 grams of high quality protein in each serving and at a great price point too. You can find these at stores like Walmart, Target, and Amazon, so you just can't go wrong. Now, when it comes to healthy eating, having something at the ready is really half the battle, something accessible just helps you make better choices. I love Fresh Express for this. I reach for these prepackaged salads all the time. More than 100 varieties to choose from here and filled with all good, nutritious things as well. They have a ton of great recipes on their website too, like this citrus spring mixed salad that we put together here. They're also doing something really fun called the Fresh Start Challenge, a 31-day campaign to inspire healthier habits. So, things like getting more greens and staying hydrated and tips on how to stay active. And you can share your progress using hashtag Fresh Start Challenge. They'll post daily online and on social media, and it's just a great way to keep you accountable and stay on track. You can also win weekly prizes, and 5 grand prize winners will get a wellness-themed prize package with all kinds of goodies. So you don't want to miss out on that. The campaign runs through February 5th, freshexpress.com to join in on the action. Now, according to the CDC, 43% of us said they felt more stressed than the year before. More than 1/3 of Americans don't get as much sleep as they need. We all know the recommendations, right? The average person needs at least 7 hours, but that's a joke for most women, unfortunately, between hormones and stress. So Vitaful here is a brand new company with botanical supplements made for women by women. Their first line is centered on kanna, which is a succulent used for ages in South Africa to elevate mood and reduce stress and tension. And they actually work with South African farmers to ensure the highest quality and effectiveness. They're amazing. This is their Kanna Vita Dream. It's blended with other sleep-inducing herbs as well to calm the mind, promote relaxation, and get the body ready for sleep. Intentionally was made without melatonin, so this naturally helps you fall asleep, stay asleep, all natural, plant-based, and wake feeling rested and refreshed, not groggy. Just love them. And if you're just looking for a little support dealing with stress during the day, I really like the Kanna Vita Balance. That one's for you. It's just amazing to help stress and elevate your mood. And you can find Vitaful at wearevitaful.com. Now, last but not least, I'm a huge fan of probiotics. Just a healthy gut is everything, just the key to feeling your best from the inside out. Your gut is unique. A lot of people don't realize, you are what you eat, what you do, where you live. That all plays a role in gut health. These are Floristar probiotics. They're the #1 selling one worldwide. What's so special about these is they actually work to restore your natural gut flora to give you just what you need, flushing out the bad bacteria and boosting the good, and actually strengthening your digestive health and supporting your own immune system too. So they're different from others that claim billions of CFUs and multiple strands of bacteria. Floristar Dual Action Formula, they make a kid's version too, and you can find them right in the digestive health aisle. And there you have it, my must-haves for a healthier new you this new year.
Thanks for all that great info. We'll make sure we have it on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference.
AI is the hottest trend in tech right now, and Andrea Smith has the details of how one company is using it in education to deliver a personalized experience with real-time AI feedback as it helps children excel in math, writing, and reading.
I'm Andrea Smith at CES in Las Vegas, where we are exploring the future of technology in education. I'm here with Think Academy, a team dedicated to innovation in the global edtech space.
We've been talking to a lot of kids, parents, and educators. They're all looking for new, innovative learning solutions. That's why we're introducing the Think Academy's ThinkPal tablet that offers a tailored AI-powered solution that reimagines learning for the future.
So what makes the ThinkPal tablet unique compared to other educational tablets or learning platforms?
Our innovative AI-powered system is called Genius Tutor. You can put math or writing assignments assignment in front of the tablet, it's going to literally see it and give you real-time personalized feedback and support.
Can you tell us about Thinky, your AI learning companion?
I love Thinky. You can talk to Thinky like a friend, ask science questions, or read a book together. This is really going to make learning fun, and it's going to foster curiosity and love for exploration.
How does Think Academy provide a safe and healthy learning environment for children?
We've curated a vast library of age-appropriate educational content, ensuring a safe and enriching learning experience.
Share your visions about how ThinkPal tablet might change education.
ThinkPal tablet has the potential to revolutionize education by providing equitable access to high-quality learning resources and personalized support. We want to inspire a lifelong love of learning in every child.
Learn more at shop.thethinkacademy.com.
Next level scam detectors, futuristic laptops, car audio that's going to make you cry, all AI powered lawnmowers and vacuums straight out of the Jetson. CES 2025 has it all. Tech guru Jennifer Jolly is going to walk us through the highlights. Jennifer, where do we start?
Hey, Mitch, it's great to see you again. You know, a distinct theme always emerges here at CES. And for 2025, it's that tech leaders are going all in. They're leaning in on an AI accelerated future. But just like that empowers a bunch of this awesome innovation, it also emboldens scammers, which begs the question, who's looking out for all of us in all of this? Well, it turns out McAfee just unveiled a new scam detector service here. Basically, it runs nonstop in the background of all of your devices, scrutinizing every single thing coming in. Emails, texts, videos, stops and flags potential scams in real time and sends you an instant notification to say, hey, don't respond to that one. Here's why. And here's how to make sure you won't get duped in the future. Lenovo's ThinkBook Plus Gen 6 Rollable is the showstopper gadget this year. At the touch of that button, the screen rises up and gives you an additional 50% increase in scrollable space. It's like having an entire second screen attached to your Take Everywhere gadget, but one that glides down and tucks behind the keyboard whenever you don't need it. This is genius. Now that the web's more suited to tall, narrow smartphone screens than ever, expected to land early this year for around $3,500. Here's another unexpected find for me here this year. Experiencing Dolby Atmos sound rolling out in new cars, including Cadillac's optic electric SUV. I have never heard music that way before outside of a professional studio. Seriously, it blew me away. It's like you're just surrounded by sound, and I could hear parts of my favorite songs in ways I had never heard before. Makes great sense since Americans spend nearly 40,000 hours driving in their lifetime. It's the #1 place most people listen to music. To have this as the next frontier for Dolby Atmos make great sense. Super cool integration. Now for the smart cleaning bots, Mammotion's new Luba 2 AWD series uses advanced AI vision to mow your yard like a pro right out of the box. No boundary wires, complicated setup. Pair its app on your smartphone and map your yard. Gets to work on up to 2.5 acres. It sees and avoids obstacles, handles 80% of slopes, and can even duck under trees and cut along edges where other robot mowers get totally stuck. Pre-sale just started. And speaking of smart robots, one of our all-time favorites, Narwhal, just announced a new flagship robo-vac called the Flow that cleans closer to walls and corners with a track-driven mop pad that extends to reach the edge of walls while also using dual water tanks to keep the mop clean and remove the brackish water. There's also an anti-tangle side brush that gets into corners. This one launches in June. For more information, go to techish.com.
Lasting weight loss can often be overwhelming to navigate on your own. That's why having a coach is so important in staying on track toward your goals. Joining us is independent coach Gianna Asensio from Optavia, the habit-based coach-guided lifestyle solution, and her client and friend, Sharon Rainey. Good morning, ladies.
Hi, thanks for having us. I personally understand how tough it can be to focus on your health, whether you're on GLP-1 medications or not. But for those on GLP-1s, the reduced appetite can make it even trickier. You're eating less, but more often than not, you're eating less of the same things that got you to that unhealthy place in the first place. And let's be real. It can be frustrating sometimes to figure it out all on your own. What do I eat? How often? And how do I lose unhealthy body fat while preserving lean muscle? That's a lot. And that's where a coach and Optavia's simple structured plans come into play. GLP-1s give you the added help that you may need, but when you combine them with the right nutrition and the personal support of a coach, that's where you'll see lasting results.
The word that comes to mind is freedom. I've struggled with weight my entire adult life, and battling this constant food noise left me feeling stuck or controlled. With Optavia and the support of my coach, Deanna, I began losing the weight and making healthy lifestyle changes. But I still had that food noise in the background that persisted, and it left me feeling exhausted. That's when I decided to add a GLP-1 medication to my health journey. And for me, it's been a game changer. If I could give you some advice, I would encourage you, anyone who is struggling with weight loss or with learning healthy habits, to get a coach.
And especially this time of year, so many people are starting a weight loss journey, and it can feel very daunting, especially if you're trying to figure it out on your own. This is why I love Optavia. It's all about making small, manageable changes to fit into your day-to-day life. If you'd like to learn more, you can visit us at optavia.com/results.
Thanks for all that great info, and we'll make sure we have it on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. It's must-watch movie time.
Oh, I love this. Something to check out, right? What do you got?
A disposable employee is sent on a human expedition to colonize the ice world. After one version dies, a new body is regenerated with most of his memories intact. This is today's must-watch movie, Mickey 17.
All right.
Hi, Mickey. Are you experiencing any vertigo?
I guess I am feeling a little dizzy.
Oh, wow! Did you see that?
I wouldn't be surprised if you were thinking at this point, what have I done?
How lucky can one guy be?
Nothing was working out, and I wanted to get off of Earth.
You're applying to be an expendable?
Yeah.
You read through the whole application.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
Yeah, I should have read through it.
Once you die, we'll print a new version of your body.
They made me work my ass off on one mission after another.
Every time you die, we learn something new, and humanity moves forward.
Oh, he's alive. It's fine.
My life is gonna be beautiful.
Vicky! It's not looking very good for you. Yeah, no. I'm sure you're used to it by now, but what's it feel like to die? Even on my 17th go-around, I hate dying. Why aren't you dead? Multiples.
In
the case of multiples, we exterminate every individual.
Tell me quick.
Let's blow up these second-hand baloney boys.
Why don't you guys do rock, paper, scissors, and then we'll just shoot the loser.
Tell me quick. Oh, another kick. Tell me quick. Another kick in the
I don't like you. But I'm you. I'm not you. I'm gonna kill you.
Tell me quick.
This looks so good.
Yes, thank you, Hollywood. Very excited. That does it for the show, Jackson.
Yeah, something original like you and me.
Absolutely. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Be good, everybody. DailyFlashShow.com. Don't forget it. That's the website. If you've missed anything today, we'll see you right then.